Thank you so much for clicking on the thumbnail and joining for this video. Very excited. I have been researching and kind of in the loop on the pie culture, and I am very excited to say that I am finally branching out and building my own tiny pie PC. Now, the potential that a lot of mini PCs have nowadays, the money that you would spend on this and everything that I have set aside is honestly overkill. But nonetheless, I am a DIYer. I build my rigs, my fiance's rig, my brother's rig. I've flipped and sold PCs on the used market. Very fun. I am very excited to put together this Raspberry Pi 5 rig, especially with the SunFounder Pironman case. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off. I'll go ahead and show you the items, talk a little bit about it, and we'll get to assembly. Moving on to the other components, I have a SanDisk M.2 NVMe 1TB SSD. To keep that SSD nice and chilly, I also went ahead and bought a M.2 2280 heatsink cover. For the initial boot, I'm going to be using this USB SD card read and writer to write the Raspberry Pi bootloader onto it. Not sure what brand this is, but this is a 32 gigabyte SD card. Here I have a M.2 SSD enclosure. On the initial boot, the boot will be written on the SD card and the OS on the SSD card. After the initial boot, I'll be transferring over the boot from the SD card to the SSD. And for the component everyone's most likely been waiting for, the SunFounder Pironman case. Alright, so we got the box out of the box. As you can see, Pironman 5. Using the 2280 SSD slot. Please be sure to make sure your SSD is compatible. It's on SunFounder's website. Moving to the internals of the box and the case. Obviously, it's gonna come with the case and all the smaller components that you need to set the system up properly. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip over all of those details until we get to the actual assembly. What I want to focus on is this case and the Raspberry Pi 5 have been out for some time now. So I wanted to make mine my own. So some things that I am going to be doing to make this a custom build is paint. The idea paint job for this scheme is black on gold. So the case is going to be black. I'm going to paint the button gold. And then I'm also going to be changing out the screws, the hardware that it comes out with, because the one that ships with the Pironman 5 are actually silver. And to kind of not bug me when it's fully complete, I went ahead and bought some M.2 black screws to finish this off. I also picked up 3 40mm Noctua fans. So black on gold with the brown and tan Noctua fans, I think, is going to be a great look for this mini PC. So since I'm waiting for those Noctua fans to come in, I'm going to go ahead and put some stuff to the side and put the first black coat on the case. That way I can put some coats on, and by the time the components arrive from Amazon, I'll be able to go ahead and put this thing fully together. All right, I'm very excited. Everything came in the mail, and my fiance already had a sneak peek at some of the items. And because this is such a tiny PC, it's just so cute, man. It's sick, but it's cute at the same time. I'm manly enough to say that my PC is cute. It's okay. First things first. I mean, I don't even have an order. I'm so excited. We're gonna build this thing. Like I said, I wanted it to be black on gold, so I wanted to replace some of the hardware. So I have some M2 by 3 all the way to M2 by 10. Pretty cool little kit for what I'm doing. I'll leave Links in the description below, just like everything else. Yeah, this I got just because, you know, I'm a builder and I'm always running out of fan screws. But yeah, another black kit. I think it has some standoffs in it as well. And then the first cute item. So black on gold. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be cheap and just use the foam as feet. I want to be cool. So what I'm thinking about is drilling some holes and putting these, let me get my mouse out the way, putting these on the feet. I'll make sure everything is as symmetric as possible. But look, it even has gold screws. Oh, you can't see that. Boop, boop, boop. It even has gold screws. But yeah, links in the description below. Last but not least, the cutest item. The cutest item. And I'm sorry, this one we opened already. Let me do an official unboxing. All right, forget what I said. The cutest thing is the Noctua fan. We already opened one. But yeah, I'll do a unboxing. Was that upside down? Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. Very cool. All right, let's do this. Let's open it. This is an illusion packaging, guys. It tricked my fiance. She opened it and was like, oh my God, it's so cute. I thought it was this big, but it's this big. I should have recorded it. That's exactly sort of how it went. Don't quote me. She always tells me I say stuff that didn't really happen. I don't know. I have a very bad memory. But yeah, that's the fan. Let's do a comparison. Okay. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make this work, but if we can, that would be sick. So, Noctua is a 3-pin, and stock fans are a 2-pin. If it doesn't end up working out, I won't be heartbroken, but, anyways, they're still cute. Last but not least. Alright, so when we did the original unboxing, the case was silver. And I'll put up a tiny video screen up so you guys can see the before. But this thing turned out super, super sick. Check these bad Larrys out. I mean, for a spray can job, you can't beat that. Oh man, I scratched it. Nope, it's still good. All right. These look sick. These turned out sick. Here. Let me go ahead and put it together. That's the front. That's the case. Bear with me. It's not like I'm a YouTuber. All right. Check out the button. All that preparation just to reveal the button. Woo. Woo. Yes, sir. Tell me that's not money. Tell me without telling me. That's not money. But yeah. Let's go ahead and skip to the B-roll. Let's get this built out. For now, the moment of truth. What does this thing look like put together? Let's go. All right, so we are moving along swimmingly. I am at the portion of the build where I have to install the NVMe pip. So now I'm going to switch over to the software side, the beginnings of the software side actually, and go ahead and download the bootloader onto the SD card and the OS onto my SSD. All right, to download the imager, you're gonna type Raspberry Pi imager on your search engine of choice. You're gonna click on it and download the imager for whatever OS you are going to be transferring that image over to for your SD card. So for me, it's gonna be download for Windows. So once that's done cooking, all right. So once that's finished downloading, we are going to install it. Once that's finished, run the imager. Under Raspberry Pi 5 device, choose device. We're going to select Raspberry Pi 5. For the operating system, right now you need to make sure you have your USB SD card read and writer. So for the initial boot, you're going to be running it off of your SD card. Later on, you can transition the boot from the SD card over to the NVMe SSD card. So under operating system, choose OS. Scroll down to MISC utility images, bootloader Pi family, and then NVMe USB boot. For the storage device, choose storage. As you can see, mine is recognized here. Then we're going to click next. All existing data on mass storage device, USB device will be erased. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, because it's already clean. And yeah, we're going to let that cook as well. All right, NVMe USB boot has been written to my USB device that has my SD card in it. You can now remove SD card from the reader. All right, and now we're going to move on to the SSD card. So essentially you'd be doing the same thing. You'd hook up your SSD read and write enclosure to your PC. Click on imager, choose Raspberry Pi 5, choose the actual OS, 64-bit for me, and then click on your SSD drive. Click next. You can go into edit settings, set up your host name, password, username, and WAN, as well as enable SSH. Once that's all complete, you can click save, click yes because it should be clean, but it's going to load, and then we can proceed to finishing the build once it's done downloaded. Everything that I've done and researched, I'll leave a link in the description below. This is SunFounder's assembly build. Actually, I didn't want to show my SSD configuring just because, I just wanted to let you guys know you can also find other tools and tutorials to guide you on your build like the one I'm showing you now. But yes, moving on with the build. Okay, quick disclaimer. Another mod you're going to have to make for the Noctua 40mm fans. The sunroof fans come with M3.5 by 10s. and that's just too skinny. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll go ahead and just let you guys know. It's the M5 by 10 kb chassis fans, and the way that I modded these holes, they are 3/16. So I went ahead and drilled my holes, and it's a tight fit, so I went ahead and screwed them in so that they're already protruding out, and it's gonna make it easier to line the dust cover up with the fans. Another mod that you're gonna have to be aware of with the Noctua fan adapters going from a 3-pin to a 2-pin, the adapters go here on the GPIO extender board. Now, on the SunFounder fans, they're separate wires, okay, with their own singular ports. So for the Noctua fans, it's a double port, and they're kind of thicker because I'm guessing they're thinking this is going to go on something with a little bit more width. But what I had to do was trim the tabs on the Noctua 2-pin adapters, and one, I had to completely remove it from the port housing. The other one, I kind of just trimmed the tab here and then secured them both, because this one, remember, is just 2 wires. So now everything should fit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have fans. Wish me luck on the initial boot, because I'm not gonna actually test this out, even though I should. Yeah, we're just gonna run it like this and hope everything is compatible. And we are done, hopefully. I think we did a great job. Let's do a reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, the final moment has arrived to reveal this beautiful tiny PC. I'm so stoked at how, just well the color scheme turned out. In my head, I knew it was gonna look good, but now that it's finally finished, I didn't think it was gonna look this good. But I'll stop talking, let's go ahead and reveal it. And we did it. Victory coffee. All right. Super duper happy that it's up and running. Yay. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in there. I know it was a long one. If you enjoyed the content that you saw, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Come check me out on Twitch, Zeke619. I play Division 2. It's kind of the only game I play. I really love that game. But yeah, I know I'm cutting it short. You guys probably want to know how this thing performs. In due time, I spent almost a week trying to edit and put this build together, waiting for parts to come in. So I'm going to take a break. But I do appreciate you guys hanging in there. If you want to try this build, like I said, everything is linked in the description below. Have at it. Yeah, I'm Zeke. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.